Hello everyone, this is Raj. Welcome to TechFerment. And in this video, I'm going to talk about Vue.js network requests. You can get the data from the APIs with the help of fetch functions, or you can use npm module, let's say Axios as a library, or there are a lot of libraries you can use. So I'll show you in this video how we can use fetch functions in for requesting APIs to get the data from the APIs in Vue.js component. So let's get started. Here I have created simple Vue.js project with the help of Vue CLI, and then let's create a component. So I'll create a component name is GitHub that will give me the GitHub user information or users info, and this is a component. So here we can write the template tag, and then we can write the script tag. Inside we can create a Vue instance. You just need to use export, and then we need to write default, and then we can define the property. First one is the name of your component, so my component name is GitHub component, and then we can define the data. So here we have a data, and then here we can pass the data, and then we have a method. So here we can apply the methods, and then here, for example, what I'll do here, I'll create a div section. Here inside the div section, here we can write, let's say h2 GitHub users profile. Okay, so now I will add a button. So I'll add a button, and we can click on mention the name like show data, and then we can call the actions with the help of v on click. Okay, so this is my action name. Here we can call the function. So inside method we can call this function. Now we need to, when we click on the user, when we click on this particular button, we need to call this function, and we can call the APIs. So we have a APIs, GitHub APIs, api.github.com/user. This will give me the data about the user. So what I'll do, I'll just copy this one, and I will paste inside the fetch function. So this is a fetch function, and this will work as a JavaScript promises, and here we can handle with the help of then and catch block. Like if the promise is resolved, so we can get the data, and we can the data will convert it into the JSON part, and this will again a JavaScript promises, and we can handle with the help of then block, and this will give me the data final, and here we can print the data in the console window. So here we have a data, and if the promise is rejected, so we can handle with the help of catch block. So here we have a catch block, and here we are getting this particular error, and then we can print the error here, console.log e. Okay, so this is a simple one, and I have created this GitHub component. So I will add this component into about.vue file. So first we need to import this component. So I'll write import, and then we'll write GitHub, and from, and here we can pass the directory. So here we have a component. Inside component we have a GitHub component. Now we need to register this component. So we have a component as a property. So here we can register the component. Now we can call the component here. So we can call the component as HTML tag. So here we have called this component. So we have a button show data user. So I'll go to the inspect element, and I'll just change to this one. Yeah. Okay, so we have a console. So when we click on this particular button, we are getting this data from the fetch APIs for the GitHub users. So we can print the data here in the in a tabular format. So let's say I will print the data in tabular format. So what I'll do here, we can define the variable name as users as a blank array. So when we receive the data, so here we can pass this dot users is equal to this data. Okay, so now we have a data. So we can print the data in terms of table format. So inside we have a table, and then we can define the table row. Inside we have a table column, and then we can I'm just printing two things. Like first one, this is an index, so here we'll write hash symbol, and second one is for the GitHub user. So here we have a GitHub username. Okay, so this is a heading, and then we can create a rows. So this is a rows, and these rows will be dynamic. So what I'll do, in table we have another things like table head. So here we'll add table head, and we will pass this one inside table head property. And then we have a table body. So this is a table body. Inside table body there will be a dynamic rows, so we will create a rows, and here we can apply v4 because we have an array of users, or you can print the user. First I will comment this one and I will show the user here. So I'll just run and then we click on the data and we are getting the array of objects. So here we have a array of object, we can print the data. So we have for loop. So what I'll do here, we can write in the right hand we have an array, and this will give you the user and the index, and then we can apply the key. So here the key will be unique, so here we have a key as an index. Okay, so inside we have a td, so here we can pass the index, so we can pass the index. So here double curly braces, so we'll have an index plus 1 because index start from the 0, so that's why we have written plus 1. And then we have a get of username, so we can get the one by one object. So we have a data like I'll add user dot login. So from login field you will get the data, so we have this object, and then from login you will get this username. So I will save and I will add the table border. So I'll add this one border and I will remove this one. So I'll save and then reload the page. Okay, so now we have a table. So when I click on this particular data, so we are getting the data from the fetch API, and then we are, this one is a data. So this is how we can call the APIs with the help of fetch function. We can get the data, and we can print the data in terms of v4, and you can do that. It's totally up to you how we can utilize these fetch functions, or you can use Axios library for calling the network requests. So thank you for watching and see you in the next video. If you have any questions, you can ask your question in the comment section.